Hey, welcome back to another episode of Simple Truth Television. Today is October 2nd, 2021. If you are a person that bets on sports, then you really need to watch this video. I want you guys to notice the Colorado Rockies box score. In the bottom of the third inning, the Rockies were down 7-0 to the Arizona Diamondbacks. 7-0. Now, if you're betting on this game, then you think that after the third inning, this game is over. But a lot of you who are watching this video probably don't even know that these games are all rigged and scripted. Now, there's a lot of people in this community that know this already, and I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to the people who may come across this video and may be curious to know why I wrote sports betting hack in the title of the video. And it's because, there's this thing called gematria, which is the practice of coding numbers into words, names, and phrases. And if you understand this code, then your sports betting skills will improve. There's a reason the Colorado Rockies came back and won the game in the top of the ninth inning. Again, they was down 7-0 in the bottom of the third. They scored 6 runs in the sixth and another 3 in the top of the ninth to win 9-7 over the Arizona Diamondbacks. The reason the Colorado Rockies won today is not because they're good. It's not because the Diamondbacks were bad. It's because these games are all rigged. And they are scripting these games by this code of gematria, letters having numerical values. Now, the game yesterday was on October 1st. Now it's now Saturday here in New York City. It's around 1 a.m. So yesterday was October 1st, and the Diamondbacks, they picked up their 110th loss of the season. Now, October 1st, in the majority of the world, it's written the day before the month. So, October 1st can be written 1/10, like 110. This is why the Arizona Diamondbacks picked up their 110th loss of the season. If you notice up here, they are now 50 and they have 110 losses for the season. They picked up their 110th loss on 1/10 on October 1st. Right? Now, the Colorado Rockies, they also picked up their 26th road win today. And October 1st can also be written 10/1, like 101. And 101 happens to be the 26th prime number. So on one side, a team picks up their 26th road win. On the other side, the team picks up their 110th loss of the season. Now, that's not everything. If you go on StatMuse, you're going to realize that the Rockies came into this game 2-5 on the road all time against the Arizona Diamondbacks. So you want to do a search here in the toolbox. It says Rockies. Just type in Rockies versus Diamondbacks all-time road record. I think it may be updated by now. They usually update it quick on this website. Oh, actually, no, it's not all time. Excuse me. It's actually this season. So it's this season. There it is. Oh, yeah. So it's updated. You guys see how it says here that the Colorado Rockies have a 3-5 record against the Diamondbacks on the road this season. Right? The Rockies just finished winning on the road today in an unbelievable comeback. They was down 7-0 in the bottom of the 10th. Now, there's a reason they became 3-5. It's because of gematria. Because when you write out Rockies in the most pure cipher, it equals 35. See that? On Patreon every day, is what I do is I decode these games that have the best lines and the best possibility of winning. And I give out, either 2 or 3 picks. Sometimes I give 1 if the games that because I go through every game, but I try to choose the best one so that way people don't lose on parlays. Because every time I give out 3 picks, people think that I'm giving out a 3-team parlay, and that's not what I'm doing. I'm just decoding 3 games, and it's up to you to choose which one of the 3 you like the most. But people think that because I give out 3 picks, that I'm giving out a 3-team parlay. That's not what I'm doing. So what I've started doing is I start giving out lesser picks. Because if you guys are not gonna listen to me, I might as well just adjust my way of giving out picks. So today I just gave out one. I had the Rockies to beat the Arizona Diamondbacks for the reasons that I just spoke about. The Arizona Diamondbacks can pick up their 110th loss of the season on 1/10. And then I also wrote the Colorado Rockies can pick up their 26th road win on 10/1 because 101 is the 26th prime number. Now, if you look up their record, just their overall record this season, the Rockies lead the Diamondbacks 10-7. And I was anticipating this because I said if the Rockies win back-to-back games, they will improve to 11-7 versus the Diamondbacks. Because, again, in gematria, the code that these people are scripting the games by, Arizona Diamondbacks, it equates to 117. And that's a big number this year because this year is the year of the 117th World Series. We just saw the Toronto Blue Jays become 11-7 versus the Yankees this year. That has been a massive number all year throughout baseball. So let's see if the Rockies win tomorrow and become 11-7. Again, there's other things I have to look at. I'm not calling this game yet, but on Patreon I will have my notes up. And if I see something concrete, I will release it as a pick. But those were the notes that I gave out this morning. The Colorado Rockies can improve to 11-7 against the Arizona Diamondbacks by winning back-to-back games. Arizona Diamondbacks is 117. Again, this year is the year of the 117th World Series. You know that's why when you understand this code, you can take advantage of situations like this because instead of panicking in the bottom of the third, a lot of you should have took advantage of this and said, you know what, let me live bet this game. Let me put more money down on the Rockies because this Rockies riddle is pretty strong. And you would have made a whole lot of money because in the top of the fourth, the Rockies were, I think, almost plus like 800. The line went up to plus 800 at the top of the fourth inning because they were down 7 runs. That's a lot of runs. But again, the games are rigged, and it doesn't really matter how many runs you're down by. Doesn't matter. So yeah, so and on these games I put up a lot of notes up here, so it's best for you guys to always review everything that I put up. And trust you, if you don't, you don't have to go with my pick. If you see something in the notes that makes more sense to you, you can always go with that. I always leave in bold what I think is the strongest thing, like this thing, like these 2 things right here, like the Rockies being 9-7, winning 2 games in a row, they'll become 11-7. I think that's pretty strong in the year of the 117th World Series. And then the Rockies becoming 3-5 versus the Diamondbacks on the road this season. It's also a powerful riddle because of the gematria of Rockies. So, shame on these rigged and the MLB leagues and the NBA leagues. Shame on you guys because guys are just scamming people, man. But I guess it's the people's fault for being scammed. Because it's like, how you don't notice this shit is rigged? These fucking games are like, it's how you give up 6 runs? Okay, if anybody saw this game, okay, you're in the top of the 9th. You have a chance. All you need is 3 outs, right? So the score is 7-6, right? Once the game is tied, once the other team ties the game, if you're the manager, why wouldn't you change your pitcher or you know what I'm saying, or do something? Why would you just let all these base runners get on base, score run after run after run? It's just so obviously rigged. But it's so hard to convince the average fan. If you guys are interested in sports information, I'm gonna leave a link in the top comment under this video. On Sunday, I'm gonna put out only. I don't want to decode every football game because a lot of you like to parlay all the picks that I give out. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pick out the best three or the best two, and I'm just gonna post those 3 or 2 picks for the NFL on Sunday. If you guys want more picks, you can do this on your own. This stuff it's not easy. It's not, but it's not that complicated. You guys, I'm showing you guys my format of how I work. All you have to do is imitate it. Write down all the important stats, the team's head-to-head record, stuff like that. Start using, decode the names of the teams, the managers, measure from birthdays and stuff like that. And then see what is the strongest riddle. You also want to look at the date, Like today is 10/2. That's a big, that's a number that's used against black people. So you might see some racial divisive stories in the headlines tomorrow. We might see some racial tributes in sports. It's just, all you have to do is do the research and you'll see it. So congratulations to the person or the people who, I see 6 people like this post. So hopefully all 6 people who like this post betted on the game and won some money. So congratulations to these 6 people here. And if you guys want sports picks, just look out for the comment in the comment section. For the link in the comment section. You guys enjoy the rest of your weekend, and I'll be back tomorrow to discuss some other things.